Hello, and by popular demand, I am doing a video on my response to Jennifer Lopez's statement saying she doesn't get Botox. First of all, I'm going to preface this by sharing my credentials. I'm a board certified aesthetic nurse specialist. For nearly 10 years, I've performed nearly 20,000 rejuvenation procedures, and I'm a clinical instructor and academically published award-winning author in the space of aesthetic nursing and aesthetic medicine. So I'm going to share with you guys my response to Jennifer Lopez saying she doesn't get Botox. First of all, let's cover something here. What is Botox? This is a brand of a medication, and it is a class of medication called neuromodulator. So as with medications like Tylenol, Tylenol is a brand name of a certain type of medication, and the name that it also goes by is acetaminophen. So she could technically say she doesn't get Botox, but gets another brand of neuromodulator. For example, another brand of Botox could be something like Dysport, Xeomin, Nuceiva, Jeuveau. There's actually a number of different types of neuromodulators on the market. So truthfully, she could actually say that she doesn't get Botox, and it could still actually be true. But in my honest opinion, I do think she gets neuromodulators. I just finished watching an interview. It's still up on my web browser here. Jennifer Lopez gets emotional reflecting on her Super Bowl halftime show on the Jimmy Fallon show. And I was watching very closely her facial anatomy and her movement. And I think she just looks so incredibly beautiful. I've always admired J-Lo. She's always had that glow. She has in the past said that she gets hydrofacials. So clearly she's going into a medical aesthetic space and receiving treatments. Love hydrofacials. These are wonderful treatments for simultaneously exfoliating and hydrating the skin. So when I watch her talk on the Jimmy Fallon show, she, has some nice motion to her forehead. She's got a couple of fine lines happening, just like I do. And then when she furrows her brow, she's got a little bit of motion there. But when she moves her jawline, there's no emotion. So if you look closely in that video that was taken earlier this year in February, she doesn't really have much motion of the muscles here. So if you see my muscles, you can, on my jawline, I have a couple of muscle groups, your DAO muscle and your mentalis muscle. So these muscles are constantly moving, which is why you'll sort of see these little indentations when I talk. When I watch her speak, she's got none of that. It is smooth sailing, and she looks awesome. I love the way she looks. I think she just looks absolutely beautiful. So I do actually think that she gets neuromodulators. In fact, I think that she gets them from her forehead all the way to her neck. However, the way it's applied is done very tastefully. She still has beautiful motion. She can still convey expression. And that's really what she's known for, is that glow. But I definitely believe she's getting neuromodulators, and she's basically scooted around the topic of, she doesn't get Botox, but she's probably getting something else. And Gwyneth Paltrow has actually come out to be the Xeomin spokesmodel. And Gwyneth Paltrow has been touted as being a celebrity that is as green as granola as it gets. She's known for her work and her articles through her magazine, online magazine, and work through Goop. And she is now a spokesperson for a neuromodulator company. So that's a big deal. So I just have a sneaking suspicion that J-Lo is getting neuromodulators. It's just not the brand of Botox. The next thing is, do I think that it's helpful for her to make this statement with her PR team? And I don't. However, I do see that PR statements are often done for a reason. So I would postulate that maybe she has some type of skincare cream coming down the pipeline. And I believe she said in an interview that she uses olive oil. Number one, do not use olive oil on your face. Please stop. That's just going to make you break out, not to mention completely clog your drains and, get congealed with your hair and all sorts of things. Trust me, personal experience. So I do not actually think it's helpful for her to make this type of statement saying she doesn't get something. But I do think it might be strategic because she's probably got something coming down the pipeline that is in the space of beauty and wellness, because she's so well known for having that glow, which I've really admired for her. But I don't think it's helpful for her to make this statement, because what it does is it shames people who are receiving cosmetic treatments. Receiving cosmetic treatments can be a choice. Neuromodulators, obviously, this isn't medical advice. This is educational information. If you think you have a medical condition or you're considering getting these treatments, you need to seek the guidance of a licensed physician. You should only ever consider getting these treatments done by a regulated, qualified healthcare professional that receives ongoing trainings and bonus if they're an instructor themselves. So I do not think that this is helpful for the general population, for women to hear this, because it shames them. It just continues to facilitate that stigma for getting rejuvenation treatments. Absolutely, what I think that she has been doing for a very long time is looking after herself. And we're not just talking about skincare, but I really feel like she probably has fantastic body, mind, spirit, energy practices. These are the types of practices that I share all of the time on the Rachel Varga podcast and here on the Rachel Varga YouTube channel. It's never just that one magical beauty cream or that one magical rejuvenation treatment that's going to give you that glow. I really love seeing women have that inner radiance. And I think that JLo might very well have that from some of my colleagues who have met other wonderful, powerful female celebrities like Suzanne Somers or Oprah. They have that what's going on, right? They enter a room and everyone is like, whoa, their jaws drop. They want to, get me some of that, if you will. And I think it's really important that if you are considering a treatment, to do it for you. I think the point that she may have been trying to get across was to not let anybody, like, for example, your partner or people close to you, tell you to do things. Your body, your choice, right? And it's really important for you to know that there's a lot of treatments out there. Do not go for the bright, shiny object syndrome. If I've learned anything in my nearly 10 years and nearly 20,000 rejuvenation procedures later, it's to go with the tried and true options. So I do think that she's made this statement to kind of pave the way for potentially a skincare line or something coming down the pipeline. I don't think it's helpful to continue to create that stigma around rejuvenation procedures, self-care. I definitely believe that she has said in the past that she gets hydrofacials. She's probably been getting laser resurfacing. She has a really beautiful amount of collagen in her skin. Her ethnic background is beautiful, and certain backgrounds and certain ethnicities actually have more collagen than others, and they age differently. They go through a different skin aging process. She's also probably been under the care of someone to help give her guidance with her hormones, because women, we age differently than men, especially when we go through menopause. When we hit 50, we tend to lose about 30% of our collagen in our skin. So it makes the skin a little bit thinner and a little bit creepier, and she doesn't display that. So I do really think that she's getting wonderful guidance for hormone control and also receiving laser treatments, skin treatments. But I do actually think she's getting neuromodulators, but she could be scooting around with the brand name by saying she doesn't get Botox. And we just had a comment come through. Linda, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really had to talk about this because literally my social media feed has blown up. All of you are asking me, like, Rachel, what do you think? What do you think? And I just take one look and I said, I do not believe that for a second, but I do think it's a strategic PR move. And she's skirting around the topic of she still gets neuromodulators, but it's not that specific brand of Botox, just how Tylenol is a specific brand of medication that's otherwise known as acetaminophen. So if you have any questions about which option could be right for you, feel free to reach out to me. I love hearing from you. You guys always give me the best ideas for different videos and topics and things to create. But if you're looking for a little bit of customized guidance and you're not sure what to do at home or in clinic, just reach out. Book a consultation with me at rachelvarga.ca. Send me an email, info@rachelvarga.ca. I work with people all over the world. I can help you find great providers where you are and really maximize what you're doing in the clinic. I also have a sneaking suspicion that Lo has a pretty fantastic dialed in at home routine because she's probably extremely busy and can't even really make it into clinics as often as she might hope for at least her hydrofacials that she's come out to say that she's been getting in the past. I hope that you enjoyed my response to Jennifer Lopez's statement saying she doesn't get Botox. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Leave a question in the comment section. Again, reach out, send me an email, info@rachelvarga.ca, or book your one-on-one session with me to learn what could be helpful for you and help you address your skin needs and age impossibly well for many years to come on the inside and out, because the inside is just important as what's going on the outside. And Linda says, very wonderful. I look forward to meeting with you. It's a pleasure to hop on here live and answer some of your live questions and just kind of talk about some of the things that you guys are seeing on your social media feeds as well. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye.